Hello and welcome to the Outside Line podcast. I'm Peter.
And I'm Emma.
And we're here to talk about all the serious and silly aspects of Formula One and other motorsports. So Emma, none of our usual series this week.
Nope.
So what are we going to do?
We watched the first series of Drive to Survive.
Yes.
For some reason.
Yeah, we thought it would be, a fun thing to go back and look at it. It kind of kick-started, all this renewed interest in F1. And might be interesting to sort of go back and see, from a couple of years in the future, if anything has aged well. Some things have, some things haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really, it's hard to quantify how big a deal it has been for F1, but it really seems to have, at least in the US, it's been really impactful.
Yeah.
Basically brought in a lot of viewers, apparently a lot of younger viewers, like it really kind of renovated or rejuvenated F1 with the younger demographic. And also a lot of women's.
Yes, a lot of women's.
In to Formula One. I wonder if that's something to do with the young driver lineup of...
Yes, probably. The 2018 young driver lineup.
Yeah, and seeing, who was it? Gasly topless in a bin. I'm sure
in a bin where
really,
he belongs.
Really helped things. But yeah, it's been a good thing, but also, a lot of the old fans are like, oh, you're just a Drive to Survive fan, or like typical Drive to Survive opinion. I see that on Reddit a lot.
Yeah.
But not totally fair, but also not on. I saw some stat that said like, something like, I don't know if it's real, it could all be made up, but it was like 20% of Drive to Survive viewers don't care about F1. They have no interest in watching the races. They just want the sort of soap opera behind the scenes stuff.
I have heard that before where someone was like, I said, oh, this race is happening, and they were like, no, don't tell me. I need to watch Drive to Survive when it comes out.
Yeah, well,
what do you mean?
It would make zero difference because it's not like you actually understand what happened in the season. Basically, if you watch Drive to Survive, that's one of the criticisms which I will try to save to the end.
Yeah. So
we did cover season 8 previously earlier this year, which I thought was fun. So we'll do it again for season 1.
Incredible.
A few things to sort of kick us off before we go through each episode kind of individually. Each episode there's a kind of a topic that an idea.
A storyline they're trying to push.
Yeah, so we can sort of talk about each episode separately, but yeah, a few kind of general thoughts on season 1. First off, I got a real Christian Horner jump scare. It's like, oh, this guy, I thought we got rid of him. Somehow he's returned. Which he might.
Not for 8 seasons yet.
He might yet return, unfortunately. But he's right at the start. And it's like, oh, God, not this. We'll talk about him more later. Secondly, it's interesting that there are so many of the current drivers, so 12 out of the 22 current drivers, were there in 2018. Yeah. That's sort of interesting. I kind of forgot where they came from. I forgot, I don't really think about it, but I forgot Hulkenberg and Sainz, were there together.
And,
it was interesting. And then maybe the biggest shock, because I think I'd seen the season once before, but I hadn't watched that season of F1. So it was so strange to see Haas be good.
That's actually doing well, yeah.
And despite that, Grosjean, who basically has an whole episode dedicated to him, but mention him here as well. He is, he's the clown of the season, I would say, because
he actually is.
Multiple episodes of other teams' personnel laughing at him. Just laughing openly at him crashing out and messing up. It's unbelievable.
I don't feel sorry for him.
No, I'm not so.
That's like what, season 3, 4? That's when you feel sorry for him.
Well, yes, exactly. But this is the warning signs are there, guys. Why was he in that situation? Do you have anything any general impressions of the season?
The general impression is that Daniel Ricciardo is the main character
of
Drive to Survive.
Yeah, so that actually brings us nicely to episode 1, which I think
Yes.
basically is introducing Danny Rick and introducing Gunther Steiner, who Netflix kind of know are the
Yeah.
stars.
Mhm.
So yeah, Danny Rick gets a big intro here.
Yes. He is our sort of driver narrator, let's say.
Yeah, I did wonder if it was just because we were starting in Australia that they're like they wanted to be like, oh, it's a home race for this guy, let's feature him first. But
Well, I don't know. I think it was more that, like, maybe it started off like that, but they kind of realised, actually, Danny Rick is the star of the show.
yeah,
And he is the biggest personality in F1 at that point, I'd say.
out of the people who'll talk to them, I guess.
Yeah, well, they didn't get Lewis, did they? So,
No.
and, like, Fernando's all right, but he's a bit quiet
Yeah.
and a bit serious.
No Vettel, no Alonso, no Raikkonen, so...
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess
so
he's...
The biggest personality there probably was just Danny Rick and, like, just focus on him.
Yeah.
Which I think worked out very well for them.
Yes. I think, yeah, he's quite likable.
Mm-hmm. Very likable, I'd say.
Yes, I think you like him more than I do, but...
I love him. I was watching it thinking, I just miss him so much.
Oh.
I love Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, me too. But it was funny that I look back at what we said about season 8, and one of my notes was that, like, all the drivers are just complete children. I mean, literally and also sort of mentally, like a sort of sense of humor. And the episode just starts with Danny Rick talking about his nutsack. So, like, nothing's changed in 8 years. So, yeah. And then, Gunther Steiner, he's there.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I think most people like him, but he's real sort of David Brent from the UK Office energy, like real, just feels awkward, like, ugh.
I don't know, I used to like him.
Yeah.
But when you think about, like, management style and stuff,
yeah,
I think he's more of a Flavio type.
A bit,
than a Jonathan Wheatley type.
Yeah, exactly.
To bring it back to the newest season of Drive to Survive. But he's just a bit, like, whereas Ayo Komatsu seems to actually care about his drivers and be nice, whereas Gunther always seemed really stressy.
Yeah,
about everything. Like, he was always high stress.
They have some episodes later almost exclusively dedicated to Haas, and that's one of my notes, is that Komatsu basically running the team. Like, Steiner's there for the interviews and to, I don't know, be weird, or maybe he's there to be the bad guy or something and be like, yeah, you got to do better and stuff. But yeah, odd dynamic. And in this episode, you get to see the wheels come off, literally.
No,
because I'd forgotten this happened.
That was so sad.
That was sad. I remember feeling really sorry for the guy whose job it was to attach the tires. But it became a sort of catchphrase of Steiner's, like, wait, he says, we look like a bunch of wankers. But he's on the phone to Gene Haas. Gene Haas isn't going to know what that means. He doesn't know. He doesn't even know the word wanker, does he? So,
yeah, I'm sure he does.
Do you think Americans
I'm sure
don't?
He understands the context of the word wanker.
Americans
context.
don't. Americans really don't. I mean, I guess.
No.
Yeah.
Are we sure he was actually on the phone to Gene Haas at all, and it wasn't just staged?
It could
for
easily
Netflix?
have been. It could easily have been. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I thought that was funny. A few other things we saw in this episode, which I thought were sort of old familiar tropes in Drive to Survive. One is Carlos 2, Carlos Sainz's cousin manager.
Sainz's cousin. Yeah, Carlos 2.
He's hanging around the pit lane,
He's
like
always
sort of there. So that was fun to see. And the other old familiar was they just don't give a shit about showing you anything about what happened in the race or the championship. They do sort of set this episode up as like it's Vettel, Raikkonen, and Lewis, but it's not mentioned again, basically.
No.
But I'm not sure if I think maybe they just edited these episodes as the season went along. Like, they never went back and sort of changed anything depending on what happened or what footage. Anyway, and my last note is really a mean thing to say, and possibly quite hypocritical, but K-Mag is there, And he
Aw.
introduces himself. He says, I'm 26 years old. And he looks old as fuck. I mean,
Oh, leave him alone. He's younger than me. Poor K-Mag.
yeah.
He can't help his face.
I
He can't help
know.
his old man face.
When he said 26, I was like, what?
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, I love
Yeah.
K-Mag, but yeah, I'm sorry to say. But
Poor
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Good. Anyway, so yeah, episode 1, Danny Rick, basically.
Yeah. We also get introduced to our other narrators, Will Buxton, who looks very young in comparison to K-Mag, and this other guy, Chris Medland.
Yeah, I'd forgotten Chris Medland, yeah.
All I'm saying is the revisionism. So you watch series 1 and everyone's like, oh, Will Buxton says all these useless things. No, it's Chris that says them.
Yes.
He says all the like daft shit, basically, that everyone sort of clowned on Will Buxton for years.
Yeah, I have this exact note that basically, let me see where it is. Yes, it's in episode 7. They do Buxton so dirty. Like, basically, they've already explained qualifying earlier, like in an earlier episode, you know. But then they get Will Buxton to do it again. And they, qualifying is really important because it sets the grid for the race and stuff. So there's no need to have that clip in there. But
also think about who their audience is. They probably forgot what qualifying is at that point.
Yeah, I think that's it.
If they explain it in episode 1,
they
aren't going to remember by episode 7.
Yeah, I think that's it. But I thought, as you said, like up to that point, Will was, making good points, and sort of he was there giving the history and context. That was his job.
Yeah,
his job wasn't to explain what qualifying is, but unfortunately, they do get him. They do get him.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
The other thing I pointed out as well was the fake commentary, especially in the first episode where they have this like random Australian guy respond to Crofty.
Oh yeah.
Did you pick that up?
No.
So weird. Crofty says something and then this like Australian man responds. It's like there's not a chance that actually happened. Yeah, and the fake commentary was bad. Always my big bugbear about Drive to Survive.
Well, the other big bugbear I have is they're always trying to force some sort of rivalry. Like so many episodes this season and in later seasons, you can basically boil down to this versus that.
That's why I've got like the little headings are like Carlos versus Fernando, Red Bull versus Renault,
exactly.
Grosjean versus himself.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, episode 2 is Carlos Sainz versus Fernando Alonso.
Yes.
They're trying to force some sort of rivalry that it's like Sainz is overthrowing his hero and stuff, but they're not rivals. Not this year. No. Like McLaren are total shit this year. So yeah.
Renault are slightly better.
Yeah. So like it's just I don't know why they want again. I think they don't really understand F1 that well, so they just see like at this point. I mean, maybe now they know it better, but they're just like, oh, Sainz Spanish, Alonso Spanish. This is Spanish Grand Prix. So we'll try to make up that there's a rivalry there and show what happens during the Spanish Grand Prix. So
and we've got this picture of Carlos looking at Fernando when he's a child and stuff like that. Yeah. Like we can fit this angle in. Yeah, it was very forced.
Yeah,
I will say.
Like it's just nothing. Like they don't even really return to it. Like it's they just set it up. It's just an excuse to show young Carlos, isn't it?
Yeah. The bit that made me sad in that episode was Carlos Sainz Sr. saying that he wished he could be invisible.
Oh, yeah.
That was so sad, because I don't think that's true. Because I think he's one of the most visible men that I've ever seen. Like, he's always just putting himself places.
Yeah.
So, I don't think that's true. But yeah, quite a few motorsport dads, I will say, in Drive to Survive.
Yeah, well, it is a thing, isn't it? So it's not a surprise.
we love a motorsport dad.
Yes. Let me see what else from this episode. One, we got some crafty commentary where he's like, somebody tries to overtake somebody, nothing doing. I was like,
nothing
oh my God,
doing.
He was saying that.
It's been a thing for years.
Like almost 10 years ago, he's got the same pattern, basically.
Yeah. He says the old switcheroo as well at some point in
That's
this
true. That's
series
true,
as well.
yeah.
So it's just been the same for years. Yeah.
Oh, also this episode we're introduced to Cyril
Cyril
uh,
Abitboul.
at Renault.
This
Interesting
guy.
guy.
Fucking guy.
Yeah.
I can never decide whether I love him or hate him. He's just so neutral to me.
Yeah.
And like sometimes he really annoys me, and sometimes I'm like, this guy's great.
Yeah, I have the exact same thing. Like
Mhm.
like he feels really sort of shifty and a bit strange, but like he generally sort of just tells it as it is, and
Yeah.
yeah, he's sort of generic French guy, like.
Yeah, you should hate him because he's French, but actually he's all right,
Yeah. I looked up where he's now because well, he doesn't last too long at Renault. But
Last I heard, he was in WEC.
yes, that's exactly it. He's
Yes.
basically
There you go.
set up the Genesis Magma team for Hyundai.
I know the whereabouts of Cyril Abitboul. Thank you very much.
I had no idea. I thought like he just disappeared completely.
Just disappeared. No.
Let me see. Oh yeah, we also again, this has more weight in the future, but there's a point where it's Carlos versus Charles, and like Carlos is like, no way this guy's ever getting past me and stuff. It's really,
Yeah.
it's prescient for the relationship at Ferrari. So,
which is very funny considering Charles was in the Alfa Romeo at this point.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're a shit team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and another Drive to Survive old familiar is the long pause after somebody crashes. So the
Yeah.
team's on the radio. Are you okay? Are you okay? Tell us you're okay. And then there's real like slow motion pause, just complete silence. Maybe you see some marshals.
Cut to the garages. Yeah. The marshals looking concerned.
So
it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to show it like anyway, but yeah,
Well.
just complete artificial. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was another trope that they set up here and then they really stick with. Yeah. So episode 2, Sainz versus Alonso, but not really.
Not really.
Episode 3, I have two titles for this one. So Max versus Danny.
Yep.
And Williams shit show.
Williams shit show. It opens though with one of our favourite, in quotation marks, favourite sections from Drive to Survive, At Home with the Horners.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep.
Awful.
Which also is a thing that starts here, and yeah.
Yeah.
Do you notice their dogs are called Flavie and Bernie?
Yeah, I made a note of that as well.
Just terrible.
Yeah.
Weird people.
It's just, he is such a wannabe Tory. So he has the big house, he has the horse ride. I mean, we don't see it in this season,
donkeys.
But he has the donkeys this year. But he's also clay pigeon shooting or skeet shooting with all the, I don't know,
the poshos.
Posho like fake farmers, like people.
Yeah.
Who they have grounds, they drive a Land Rover, they look the part, but they've never done a day's farming in their life. But yeah.
Yeah.
And
just the bit where Jerry goes, "Oh, what's next?" Like as if you don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Oh, Monaco." And she's like, "Oh, that's one of your favourites, isn't it?" Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Geraldine.
Exactly. that is, I've sort of forgiven Drive to Survive for that because
I mean, they need to have the conversations, but it pisses me off when it's someone close to the person saying it. Yeah. It's like in later seasons when you have like Lando playing golf with his bestie Max Futrell, and Max is like, "What about this thing?" And I'm like, "You already know that. Why are you asking? You're his best mate. Of course you already know that."
Yeah.
At least with this, I can kind of believe maybe that Jerry and Christian don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
So this might be the only time they actually interact. But yeah, it really annoys me.
Yeah, that was awful seeing that. I mean, I don't like, certainly now I don't like Christian Horner at all, given what we know about him. But at the time, I think before I saw Drive to Survive, I was like, I mean, fair play. He really took a new team, Red Bull, and got them championships, right? He must be doing something right. But now I'm just like, I hate this fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
Just seeing the life that but it's so fake. It's just so. Yeah. Anyway,
we get baby Max. We get baby Max in this episode.
Yeah,
20-year-old Max.
Exactly. Which They have an episode later again where it's, Max versus Danny, and like they talk about Danny is made to feel guilty for the crash in Baku, and that Danny Rick is upset that Max got a big long contract, which means they don't like him. But in hindsight, Red Bull are completely correct to nail Max down and,
yes,
basically favor him. I mean, maybe Danny Rick would win a championship in a good Red Bull. I don't know, but Max definitely would. So
yeah, it's one of those where, I mean, I still stand firm on Danny Rick is the only one who can drive in the second seat next to Max, and he's cursed it. But you can't say, they shouldn't have took a chance on this kid because they were right to do so.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, 2018 season, which is what this was, like, Max had already won races.
Yeah, he's a season and a half at least into his F1 career.
Yeah.
So he's not totally a baby. And it was clear he was a massive talent. I mean, so...
Yeah, he was making mistakes and stuff, but he was still relatively new. So you kind of forgive those mistakes for the first year or two.
Yeah.
And then,
It has sort of turned out that way, that they were right. So, yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with them, favouring Max, really.
No.
Yeah, and Danny Rick, at one point, he's talking to his manager, and his manager is like, "Oh, there'll be seats at Ferrari or Mercedes. That's who we'll go for."
Fucking
it's like,
idiot bald man. Bald people don't know anything.
Oh God.
Especially not that guy. I mean, considering what he managed to do for Danny Rick, I'd have been sacking him, to be honest.
Yeah, well,
a worse manager has never existed apart from Flavio to Jack Doohan. Like, actively sabotaging him.
Yeah, I mean, so they reveal in the season, right, that he moves to Renault. Like, let's not keep it a secret. So to be talking about Ferrari and Mercedes and then end up at Renault, I think is really...
But what stupidest move he's ever done. I mean, obviously it's easy to say that in hindsight, but the fact is that Red Bull was struggling with the Renault engine the entirety of that year.
Yeah.
So then to go, well, this engine's shit, but theirs might be a little bit better. Watching all the Renault drivers crash and their engines sort of explode as well. Yeah. Like, no, it'll be fine. Come on, Daniel. Brain cells. Use them.
Yes, exactly. I mean, the next episode is when they really reveal it, so we'll come back
Red
to
Bull
this.
versus Renault.
Yeah. But let's talk about Williams. So
their driver Lance Stroll.
Yeah, they've got Lance Stroll.
But I'd forgotten that he drove for them.
Well, I'm not. If I ever knew it, I'd totally forgotten about Sergei Sirotkin.
Sergei Sirotkin, yeah. I mean, there is some names in this where they just say it in passing. You're like, like Brendan Hartley, driving for Toro Rosso at the time.
Yeah.
Stoffel Van Dorn, Fernando's teammate.
I've got one note about him, which I think is basically the only time he appears. We'll come to it. But yes, Sergei. Not the greatest lineup at Williams, but they're total crap at this time.
They're under Claire at this time, so they are struggling hard.
Yeah, so I really felt sorry for Claire here. That I mean, she's clearly out of her depth, I think, in running a team.
Yeah.
I think, or maybe it's not out of her depth. Because she's involved in that team her whole life. She has too much loyalty, I think, to the people around her, and she trusts them when she shouldn't trust them. So when they say, "Oh yeah, we'll do this, we'll have a good car," I mean, I think other team principals might be a bit more strict or something. But I think because she's
very
too
much
close.
Cares about it because it's her dad's baby kind of thing. And she understands it from it's not an objective point of view. It's very like, this is mine and this is the thing that my dad built and I want to make it good. When actually she should be yelling at people and saying, no, you have to do it right, or fuck off, basically. Be a little bit ruthless, but she won't.
There's a funny line where she says, you will never see us become a junior team or a B team.
Oh!
And the next season, they signed George Russell.
George, yeah.
They are Mercedes junior team.
Oh,
So yeah, that doesn't go well.
Oh.
But yeah, we get to see the Strolls and the influence they
Yep.
have there. And initially, I didn't mind Lance Stroll, so much. He says, yeah, I'm a paid driver. Yeah, I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but like, I'm not the
Yeah.
worst paid driver. And especially because we know Latifi is coming. Like, so,
It's true, yeah.
so I was like, okay, he understands where he is. But then, like, they show coverage from a race, and he's just an absolute dickhead, just whinging about the car, blaming everything on the car when it's clearly his fault, some of it. So, yeah, really.
Yeah. That first intro bit was very much a like job interview kind of bit. If you know what I mean, when you just present the best version of yourself. Because I was like, "Oh, lads, what happened to this guy?"
Yeah.
Turns out he was never that guy. He's always been whingy and entitled.
Yeah.
And would give up at the fucking slightest inconvenience. It's just when he was in that interview room for a brief 5 minutes, he managed to present himself in a nice way.
Yes, yeah, and I really felt sorry for poor Claire Williams having to deal with his father, because his father was just like, I'm giving you this money. Why is my kid not winning? And she can't go because he's not that good, really. Like,
she could have.
Yeah, I bet. I mean,
I bet someone's told him. Someone must have said it to him. They might be dead now, but someone must have said to him, "Actually, Lance isn't that good, mate."
Yeah, I'm sure it was pretty stressful that Lawrence takes his money elsewhere, and maybe Williams are like not going to survive. That was probably stressful, but I'm sure she was happy to see the back of him. To be honest,
yeah,
she wouldn't have to deal with him anymore. But yeah. Let's move on to episode 4, as you said. Yes. Red Bull versus Renault.
Renault. That was my French accent.
Renault, yeah, nice.
Renault.
There's a good line here from Christian where he says, Red Bull is not an engine manufacturer. Well, it is, mate. It's 2026. They are.
It is now.
Yeah. So, yeah, that didn't age well. The other thing that hasn't aged well is that every time Horner's on the phone to his executive assistant, I'm like, is that
the one?
Is that the one?
Is that
yeah.
the one? Yeah. Is that the one?
Is he texting this person about Cocoa Pops or whatever? Like,
getting to Q3.
Oh, God. Yeah. So every time I see him on the phone to someone, I'm thinking, yeah.
Are you conducting an affair, Christian?
The poor person, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get to see, it's Christian Horner blaming Red Bull's problems on the Renault engine.
Which I think is probably fair.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I think it was a lot of, I think it was an engine issue.
Yeah.
It wasn't a chassis issue, so yeah, sure. Fair enough, blame it on them.
We see Red Bull announce they're not going to purchase the Renault engine next year. And again, with hindsight, Renault themselves stopped purchasing their own engine.
Yeah.
This season and stopped buying the Mercedes. So maybe Red Bull were correct. And I don't know, do they present it as if it's a retaliation that Renault go and sign Danny Rick? Or do you think they're unrelated? Or what do you think? Yeah.
I don't know, because it just, I mean, I've always seen it as like the stupidest thing that Daniel Ricciardo's ever done.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're trying to present it as. Like he's fundamentally disagreed with the way that Red Bull are going and decided to just jump ship and go straight to Renault because of the engine or something.
Yeah, I think the next season of Drive to Survive, he does try to kind of justify it a bit more that, they're a factory team. It would be like, McLaren this year, they're their customer team of Mercedes, and there are benefits to being the factory team. So, they've hit the ground running this year, certainly Mercedes. So maybe sort of right, you go into a factory team, maybe they'll get it right. They've...
Yeah, but when you look at Carlos Sainz and Nico Hülkenberg weren't exactly setting the world alight, were they?
No, but...
Whereas I think Red Bull were slightly better.
Yeah, Red Bull are certainly closer to challenging, but...
Actually winning and fighting for wins.
Yeah, but I guess he's decided he doesn't want to stick around Red Bull and be number 2.
Yeah,
so you might as well...
even though Christian Horner told his mum and dad that there were no number 1 drivers. Why would he do that? Why would he just go and lie to Danny Rick's mum and dad? who are lovely, by the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that the subtext was he's not the number one driver yet when he's talking about Max. Yeah.
This is where we hear the Nutsack song as well, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention it. But,
I do want to mention it because it makes me laugh.
Yeah, I don't like.
Because I'm also a child.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I'm somehow more mature than you. I don't know. Another thing Drive to Survive did, which was so incredibly forced, was literal metaphor of Danny Rick taking the plunge.
Yeah.
That they stretch out for ages. Like, is he going to take the plunge and jump? Yeah, jump into the water.
Yeah.
Jump into the unknown of Renault. Yeah,
He
just
did.
fucking hell. Yeah.
There's a fake radio moment as well where he goes, "Hang on a minute, Daniel Ricciardo's signed for Renault."
Oh yeah.
What? Never heard radio before in your life. What are you on about? No one's saying, "Hang on a minute."
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing with Danny Rick joining Renault. I mean, you've probably not seen the movie Interstellar, have you? But
no.
There's a scene in that where he's looking into the past and sees himself making the mistake. And he's just like, no, don't do it, don't do it.
That's,
so,
yeah.
I wonder if Danny Rick ever rewatch, if he ever sees this. He'd be, no,
It
what are you
depends,
doing?
though.
What are you doing?
Because if you think in like a sliding doors sort of moment,
yeah.
A film I have seen, one of the rare films I have seen.
Yeah.
Like, if he had stayed at Red Bull, how much longer would he have lasted?
That's
at
true.
Red Bull. It might just have been an extra 2 years, which is what he had at Renault.
Yeah.
And then moved to McLaren anyway. Spoilers for other seasons of Drive to Survive, by the way.
Yeah, but it's fine. That's sort of the point, is that we're looking back and see what happens.
Yeah.
Which actually, apropos, we see Carlos lose a seat as a big name comes in.
Yeah.
So that probably can't possibly happen to Carlos again. That would be awful, wouldn't it?
No. Well, doesn't Carlos also lose his seat at McLaren to Danny Rick again?
No, I think Carlos...
I think he leaves for
Ferrari, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, funny that Danny Rick's taken his seat twice, basically. Yeah. Maybe he was hoping to do it a third time.
Are you saying Danny Rick to Williams?
I'm saying, no, Danny Rick to Ferrari.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Let's just move on to episode 5, will we?
Yeah.
So episode 5 is Force India, McLaren shit shows.
Yeah. Force India, we are introduced to another interesting character of Formula One, Vijay Mallya.
Yeah, my note is that this must have been, like, Netflix could not have believed the luck that there's this madman in F1 who's like has to flee India and then goes on trial for corruption and stuff, and is a nutcase anyway. Is
that why they got Flavio in? Because so they can be just there when the time comes.
When he goes to jail, I hope so.
Yes, or dies.
Yeah. Yeah, Force India, they're put into administration. Otmar is there.
Otmar's in charge.
I forgot about him a little.
Poor Otmar.
Yeah.
My hero. I love Otmar.
He seems like a nice
He's
guy.
just such a lovely guy. He just seems like a bit hapless, but I don't think he is. I think he knows what he's doing. It's just that, unfortunately, all the times he's been in charge, everyone else has been shit around him. So,
yeah.
Poor Otmar.
We also get to see Ocon's backstory, because it's Ocon and Perez driving for Force India. And that story makes me want to like Ocon.
Yeah, as a person, I think Ocon's lovely.
Yeah,
and his dad's really hot.
It's funny you should say that. I have the note that his mom is really hot, so...
Oh, yes!
I was like, should I say that or not? But, yeah.
Yes, let's go and split up Esteban Ocon's parents. Let's go. He could be our stepchild.
Oh, God.
But, like, as a person, I really like him. I think he's great. As a driver, I just think it's time to leave.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think we'll see him...
I don't think we'll see him next year.
Probably not next year, yeah.
No.
Unless it's like he's the only person who wants to be Lance Stroll's friend.
Well, he is the only person who wants to be Lance Stroll's friend.
Yeah, but maybe he wants to get paid for it as well. He might go to Aston Martin. But I can't see anything else happening. And even then, he'd just be a seat warmer for George, I think. But anyway, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, so Force India, we'll come back to them next episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also see McLaren is just terrible.
Struggling.
Really struggling.
They had a really good moment where McLaren were in the debrief after a terrible race.
Yep.
And Force India were out having fun.
Yeah.
Which reminded me of like that time where the other McLaren won in the last season where Oscar and Zach are having dinner and Lando's been forced to go do a thing.
Yeah.
To the F1 movie.
To the premiere, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it's just like, yes, okay, McLaren are in a debrief and it's sad, but Force India are also in a debrief at this exact time. Like, you can't pretend they're not.
Yeah, this is where my one... Well, it might be the only time Stoffel Van Dorn says anything in this season of Drive to Survive, and what he says is absolutely useless. So, I don't know, he's trying to give feedback or something, and he's just like, yeah, nothing to say about this. And that's it.
Thanks, Stoffel.
Yeah.
We can see why you stuck around.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, we also see Eric Boulier fired from McLaren.
Ooh, what a horrible little sweaty man he is.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him, but yeah, that's
all I know is from that. But yeah, he just seems like a very weird, sweaty man. But I think they did him dirty by focusing on his sweatiness in the press conference.
Yeah. Yeah. And also it does seem that he had to take the fall. Like, it probably wasn't really his fault. It's just...
No, it was all Zach Brown's fault, always.
Well, yeah, it's hard. I mean, again, with hindsight, Zach Brown does sort of turn it around.
Just turn it around, yeah.
Again, I don't know.
But is it Zach Brown?
Well,
or
exactly.
Is it Andrea Stella?
Yeah, exactly. You never know. I mean, Zach Brown he's the CEO. He's there to take credit when things go well, and he's there to fire the team principals when things are going badly. So.
Yeah. Oh my God, you know what? They say so many times in this season as well. Every single person says, the buck stops with me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm sick of it by the end.
Yeah.
Like, what? Oh, every single person says it. And then it's like Zach Brown says it, and it's like, well, I thought the buck stopped with the team principal, not the CEO. Now I'm confused.
Yeah. Oh, another thing that Zach Brown says is that he wants to make McLaren great again. Which...
Well, yeah, it's because he's big mates with Trump, isn't he?
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
So well, he turned up at McLaren's garage, so I'll say
that's
yes.
True.
They are big
that's
mates.
True,
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the signs were there.
Oh, he could have signed Santino Ferrucci. Wasn't this about when he was doing his ill-begotten
I think he's he even does some free practices this season.
Yeah.
For somebody, I'm not sure.
There you go, see?
But yeah, I'm surprised. I'm sure he must have been on the radar.
Could have been a match made in hell.
Yeah, so that's McLaren. Oh, I did want to mention Will Buxton's face. So one, all the time his eyes are like freakishly wide. But anyway, maybe that's just what he looks like. But there's a moment where he's in a crowd and Ted Kravitz of all people is asking a question, and it's such a stupid question.
Yes.
And I think Will can't hide that on his face, that he thinks that's a stupid question.
I can't even remember what he says, but I got so angry at it.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck up, Ted.
I
did
enjoy Will. Yeah, doing that. That's good. So episode 6 then is sort of continuation of Lance Stroll buying Force India. And naming it, well, I guess it's Racing Point at this
Racing
stage.
Point.
And then obviously Lance Stroll is going to move in.
Mm-hmm.
They don't announce it immediately, but it's clear that's what's going to happen. And then it's a choice between Perez and Ocon.
But what annoys me about this is that Ocon should have stayed. And I think Drive to Survive try and make this very clear.
Exactly.
That Ocon should have been the one that stayed.
Yeah, they make it really clear, because Will Buxton actually lays into Sergio quite harshly.
Because he's shit. And always has been.
Not harshly, depending on how
not
you
harshly.
think of him. Yeah.
Fairly.
But it surprised me, because I thought, he's the talking head there, just to give the context and say the obvious things. But yeah, they
you were saying the obvious thing. Sergio Perez is shit.
Okay.
That's the obvious thing.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, okay.
Because there's like a full-on compilation of Sergio crashing or like doing some egregious moves and overtaking people when there was no move on and stuff. The stuff that he always got criticised for
Yeah.
and always has been criticised for, and we're still doing then. So the only reason he's there is because of money, and Drive to Survive made that very clear.
Yes. Yeah. Although I will say in that compilation of them crashing, they also show Archon crashing a whole load as well, which also, with hindsight, is also true. So
yes.
Yeah, neither. I mean, it really is like the best option would be to get rid of both of them, I'd say. But
yes,
out of the two, yeah, they're really, really fucking clear that the Paris is there because of funding.
Mm-hmm.
They even say it. Yes, he brings funding, but there's also talent. But like, they mention the funding first, don't they?
Yes, but I mean, there isn't talent.
Well,
it's just funding.
Fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But also, there's a moment where Hamilton really praises Archon.
Yeah.
Which I was a bit surprised about. I wondered if it was like a favour for Toto, because Toto is Archon's manager, isn't he? So, or at least becomes the manager. I'm not sure if he is at this stage.
I think he's his manager at this point, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So maybe that's why Hamilton was so nice about Archon.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, speaking of Hamilton, episode 6, they show him winning the World Drivers' Championship. He's not mentioned at all, apart from once in episode 1. And yeah, so it's just an offhand remark where they're like, if he finishes P7 or higher, he's world champion. Like,
yeah, and it's like, oh, there he is.
There he
is.
This
one.
So,
the end.
Yeah, no, yeah. I guess don't watch Drive to Survive if you want to actually see what happened at the top end. Of,
yeah, you'll never know.
Well, so moving from Lance Stroll to Grosjean.
Wow.
Quite, yeah.
Oh, Grosjean.
So the episode is basically fully about Grosjean.
It's mental health struggles.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the first note, is that they show Spa 2012 where he takes out half the grid and is like judged to have caused a really dangerous accident. Any other person would be like, maybe I shouldn't ever race again. But he says he goes to a psychotherapist and who convinces him.
I genuinely, and I've said this for years, whoever Grosjean's psychotherapist is too fucking powerful. And I imagine it's the same one that Sergio Perez had as well that time.
Oh, yes.
But
yeah.
Whoever is too fucking powerful. Don't convince these people that they're good. You have a duty to the rest of F1 to help them see that actually they're not as good as they think they are. Don't feed into delusions. That's like 101. Come on.
Fair enough. I don't have actually everything else from this episode we've already covered, including Gunther. Like, he gives really weird speeches. It is.
The bit where he's like, Grosjean isn't here, or whatever he says, Roman isn't here. So I didn't invite him because he's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he goes, no, you're going to go and tell him.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him first. Like, what? What are you saying, mate?
Later, he gives another weird speech where he's like, one of our drivers at the start of the year was a bit, not so good, but it's okay now. And, so really, I mean, in terms of like motivational speaker, he's not.
Yeah,
he's not doing the job, is he? So,
not the best, no.
Really odd. Anyway, I don't know how much like artificial Netflix this thing was, but like they do re-sign Grosjean to stay at Haas, so like there wasn't. I'm not sure there was any pressure on him to perform.
I don't think there was pressure. I think it was money though. Gene Haas never put any money into Haas, so they literally couldn't afford anyone else. So they just had to stick with him. Yeah.
So going from a kind of nothing episode, I think we get one of maybe the most emotional episodes.
Yeah.
And this is all...
We're introduced to Il Predestinato.
Yeah, and the whole
won.
Charles and Jules Bianchi story. Yeah. It's like, this is actually a very touching story.
Charles' origin story. We hear about.
Yeah.
And it's very sad.
Yeah, but after showing us Lewis Hamilton winning the championship, now they're just like, we're just going to jump around wherever the hell we want now. Until the final episode, they do the final race, but now they're just jumping around. So they're like, whatever race fits the agenda, let's show that. And so for some reason here, they jumped to round 13 for no reason.
Yeah.
But I guess it's Spa because Well, yeah. Actually, that wouldn't have happened yet, would it?
Antoine, no.
Yeah.
That was a year after.
So it's odd that they could have. Anyway, Charles is trying to live Jules's dream of getting to Ferrari and
Ferrari.
Yeah, what else to say? Well, so Fred Vasseur is at Alfa Romeo.
Introduced to Fred.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about Fred because he must get fired from Alfa at some point, and then
no, he moves from Alfa to Ferrari.
Oh, does he? Okay, so he stayed at whatever Alfa. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So he's there. That's nice to see. He seems like we don't.
I can't remember who introduces him, but he's like, oh, he looks really grumpy, but he's actually really funny, and I'm like, yeah, that's Fred.
Exactly.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
We love Fred.
We don't get to see much of that, but that was great.
And Marcus Ericsson.
Yeah, Marcus Ericsson is there, and the question is, can he save his seat at Alfa Romeo?
The answer's no.
The answer's no. Well, he goes to IndyCar and wins the Indy 500. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, exactly, which is way better.
Yeah, it's odd, but he's not like he's getting his ass kicked, I think, by Charles here, and.
Well, yeah, of course he is. Come on, the caliber of driver. No offense, Marcus, but come on now.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not doing that well. And again, another old familiar Drive to Survive trope. They make it seem like there's one race to determine everything, which, like having come across people like Christian and Flavio, maybe that is how some of the some of the teams actually
sort of
think.
Decide. Yeah.
But like that's a stupid way to decide anything. Like it can't possibly like that. They can't possibly be like he's got this one race to prove that he can do it. Like there's just so many random things can happen. Like it's such a stupid way to run a team. But yeah, I think there are people who like that in F1. So maybe it is true. But yeah, they make it seem like he's got one race to save his seat, and no.
And he doesn't.
No.
Save his seat or have one race to save his seat.
Yeah. This episode, they show Hamilton winning the championship again for absolutely no reason.
Yeah. I think we get reminders every episode. So we remember who won.
That's weird. And a few more of the seat moves. So Kimi is moving to Alfa Romeo. Really great press conference. I mean, they should just, it's such a shame he would never do Drive to Survive because it would be hilarious.
I know. I was watching it, I was thinking, I love Kimi Räikkönen as well.
Yeah.
Like, what a great, just deadpan guy. Oscar wishes he was like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we've also found out Gasly promoted to Red Bull.
Yeah.
And at the end of the episode, Leclerc to Ferrari is confirmed. So he's there living the dream.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Yeah, nice episode.
It is.
Right, let's get to episode 9. Which I've called Renault versus Haas.
I've just written Nico Hulkenberg is funny.
Yeah, it's also Hulkenberg versus K-Mag. Which is funny because they become teammates. Yeah. There's also a moment where Hulkenberg is mocking. He's like, Haas? Never heard of them. Who are they? Are they a team?
Yeah, that was good. That aged well.
Yeah, so I have not seen some of the later seasons of Drive to Survive. So when he joins Haas, do they play that to him and say, like, what do you think of this?
Probably not.
Probably not, yeah. So that was funny.
Funny though.
Given what happens. Yeah, I mean, the rivalry between Hulkenberg and maybe they downplayed it when they were forced to be teammates, but like, I'm not sure if it really was a real thing, was it? I mean,
I think it was a little bit of a thing. Like, I mean, the suck my balls, mate.
But that's the one.
Lives rent free in my head, but and I think they had some sort of argy-bargy on track, but that's K-Mag and he does that with everyone.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So I don't think you should really take it personally.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The bit that stands out for me in episode 9 is when they go to that thing with the kids.
The kids, yeah. That's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah. They are brutal. Yeah. They are brutal.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Poor Nico. Oof.
Yeah.
You must have won loads of races. No.
Yeah.
What, you haven't even won one?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And already at this stage, they're saying he has the longest streak without a podium. So.
Yeah.
But it's a happy ending, isn't it, in the end? So, yeah.
Oh, in the end, yeah.
But, it's going to be a
fingers crossed for a race win.
Well, let's not go crazy. But along, what is that going to be? 8 years? No,
8 years. No, 7. 7 because it happened last year, didn't it?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So 7 years from that point, yeah.
Yeah, so they try to set up. Again, it's weird to see Haas competing for P4, but yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah, exactly. And then, let's get to the last episode, which is basically just an ad for the next season.
Yeah.
They show a clip show of all the crashes that happened.
Yeah.
Just to, I don't know, keep you awake or something.
Remind you.
Yeah, and then they do jump to the last race because I guess they think, we should finish on the last race. And
yeah,
I'm not sure there's much to decide. Anyway,
no, because Lewis had already won it. So.
Yeah, he won it easily, a lot, well in advance.
Very briefly touch on Fernando retiring.
That's exactly it. They say it's his final race, and everyone's like, "Oh, it'll be sad when he's gone," and yeah.
And I'm saying, I'm sick of him.
Yeah.
Wish he'd do it again. No, I love Fernando's.
No. Yeah, it's just funny. It's not even that he's not even retired that long, so it's
it's only like a year, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
maybe 2.
They also
crazy
sort of bring up Max being a dickhead, which I would say is half Drive to Survive trying to make him a villain, and half he's a dickhead at that age, pushing Ocon and that is
but
beyond the pale, I would say. I mean,
but you don't know what he was saying to him.
So what?
Yeah, but Max was he was a little hot-headed guy.
Yeah,
back then. So and it did cost him a win.
Yeah, he was totally justified to be really, really fucking angry.
Justified to be annoyed. And then if Ocon was being a twat, then of course he's going to push him.
Okay.
It's just a shame that it was caught on camera.
Yeah, okay. No point arguing with you about Max.
No, because do you know what? I nearly had an argument with a person on the internet again today about Dan Tickton, but it was in the Formula E subreddit and I can't post there.
That's funny. It is an ad for the next season because they just show us all the new people come in.
Fucking George.
Well, they introduced Lando first, and they introduced him as future world champion, which is
future
correct.
World champion.
And then they introduced George Russell. They don't say future world champion, but
because George is not future world champion.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
No, because if Drive to Survive are writing these seasons, the fact that they haven't introduced him in Series 1 as future world champion means that he's not going to be.
That's yes.
But they have
predestined. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They have predestined Ocon world champion. So.
Wow, I don't want to live in that world, I think. But,
yeah, but little baby Lando.
Baby Lando, yeah.
So sweet and so cute. And so already had points on his license.
Yeah. Already
That's
telling
his little
people
cheeky
things
face.
He shouldn't be telling people.
Yes.
Yeah. No filter, yeah.
He just looks so mischievous.
Well, yeah, because he does look like a kind of a Edwardian or Victorian ghost boy, so yeah.
He doesn't. You just think all teenagers look like that? Well,
there's a picture of him, I cannot believe it's real, the way he does look like a ghost. I mean, it's, Here he just looked like, a sort of teenager who just had his braces out and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, little baby.
Yeah, and, mischievous grin. Yeah, I like, yeah. It was nice. Yeah, so...
Cheeky chappy.
Russell's there, and all the young, they really make a point that, please keep watching, please watch season 2 because it's the youngest driver lineup
ever. Wow.
So that's all the episodes.
Yeah,
a lot of familiar tropes.
Did we learn anything?
Well, I think the same as what I've always thought about Drive to Survive. Apart from the very first season I saw, I kind of bought into it because I didn't know anything about that season. But now, looking at this again, it just has all the same negatives that I don't like. That it could just be so much better than what it is. You have no idea what actually happens in the season. It's creating artificial drama, artificial rivalries. Just
Yeah.
jumping around to fit their agenda. But I have to tell myself, just accept it for what it is.
Yeah, it's not real. It's just reality TV.
Yeah. And the same positives I said before is that you get to see the drivers say, in their own words, say some things. You get a feeling for their personalities. You get a little bit of their backstory and personal life. This is the stuff that make it interesting, right? It gives more context to the races, and I do like that. I just feel like there must be a way to do that and not do all the other shit. But just got to accept it. Radical acceptance. We got to take it. Take what we can get.
Yes.
Do you have any other thoughts on this season on Drive to Survive?
It worked. I wanted to watch the next season after I'd finished.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that last episode did make me,
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, you're right.
That's true.
I do want to see what George can do at Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing, I don't know if I should mention it or not, it's a bit odd, but all through the season, I kept coming across, all the handlers for the drivers, and they're always women, and they're always quite smart, but there's some bits where Danny Rick is like, is eerie a word? And she's like, yes, eerie is a word, Daniel. And there's some other bits where they're clearly quite smart people, and they're forced to babysit these kind of babies.
These drivers, yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
I'd do that job. I'd do that job. And I'm quite a smart person. Quite a smart person.
If you say so, well, okay.
But I could wrangle Lando Norris. Easy.
Yeah. Anyway, just, I don't know if it's wasted potential or whether they can parlay that into a better role in the team or something, but I just kept noticing them, and I've seen them, now that I think about it, I've seen them all the time in the paddock and in other seasons.
You see them everywhere,
But because at this point, right, we know Drive to Survive has driven a lot of women to get interested in F1.
Mm-hmm.
But all those ones, they're already there. They're there, in these bad times, that they're clearly into F1. But this is just the only route they have is to be.
Well, I don't know if they're into F1 or if they're into HR. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's their role, I guess. They're not really HR.
PR.
Maybe PR. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I went to uni with someone who ended up working at Williams.
Oh yeah.
And her job was to wrangle Nicholas Latifi. So, and she did PR. So there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it's not she was interested in F1. She loved Lewis Hamilton and stuff, but she went from journalism / PR into working at Williams for a couple of years. So probably from PR people.
I see. Okay. So they're not looking to become team principal.
I'm not saying they're they're not going to become team principal, but they probably are interested in F1 to choose that as a career.
Anyway, that was season 1 of Drive to Survive. Will we finish on our usual features? So,
sure, why not?
Was it a waste of time watching season 1?
Nah. Like I say, I wanted to keep going, so I stopped.
There were a few interesting things that have aged poorly or aged well. Yeah, that was interesting. And then driver of this season or driver of the show? I don't know what is it. Do we have anybody? I guess it's Danny Rick, isn't it?
It's probably Danny Rick, isn't it?
Yeah.
But also, I'll put forward Cyril for being an anomaly weird man who we can't figure out yet.
I just don't know what to think of him. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Very French. He's like, where else? Try not to do the accent. But
do the accent.
Where else can he's driving around Paris, and of course, if you drive around Paris, you have to go through the Arc de Triomphe, big roundabout. Yeah. But I thought he was going to say something like, "Where else can you drink a glass of wine with your lunch and stuff?" Which might explain some of the problems they have at Renault. But
I mean, French team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what about Emma's attack mode? Do we have one?
Oh, it's probably just Christian Horner and his face, isn't it?
Yes, nice.
Just the fact that he exists and he makes me mad. Angrier at Christian Horner than Zach Brown at this point, because Zach Brown was just a weird American man, but Christian Horner was always really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So thank you for listening. Next week we'll be back covering IndyCar from Portland.
IndyCar. Woo!
That'll be good. If you have any questions or comments about this episode, you can email us at theoutsidelinepod@gmail.com.
We are also on Blue Sky at The Outside Line Pod.
Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.